Hi everyone, it's Dan from Avid Games here. No Duncan again today, unfortunately, but I'm streaming this live, which is always going to sound a bit disjointed and a little bit like that, more or less. I've got some cards to show you, and I've got some packs to tell you about, and I've got some other little bits and pieces to talk about too. I've got some questions as well from our Discord community. Do think up some questions if you've got any. I'll answer them at the end, or try to answer them. I'll try and be as forthcoming as I can. I want to tell you about our first card that's coming out, and it's coming out in about 58 minutes' time. Very, very soon. It's the Colour Spectrum Fusion. New Fusion card, everyone. Look at that. It's an interesting one. Obviously, it's to do with the colour spectrum and the idea that white light is built up of all these 7 colours, which is Roy G. Biv, which is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Had to make sure I got that right. And every piece of light that comes into you contains all those colours, and you can perceive the world around you in the correct fashion. This fusion card is an interesting one. Not only is it quite a good card for sort of multicoloured decks, so the idea of this one is to get you to kind of maybe play with a deck that's mostly one colour but has 2 cards from all the other albums in it, so you've got a bit more variety within your decks there. But it's an easy fusion as well. It's only going to cost you 7 copies of 4 different basic common cards. Yeah, we wanted to have something for newer users, something very quick that could be made, and Colour Spectrum. Here we go. And that's today. Tomorrow, we are going to have the Golden Tortoise Beetle. You may have seen this in the email we posted. It's a new bugs card. These are native to the Americas. And the cool thing about them is you see they've got that kind of circular shell on the back there, that kind of translucent shell. That thing is full of fluid that can change colour. And so when they're threatened, they can retract all their appendages, not unlike a tortoise, and change their golden shell into green to kind of camouflage against a leaf to hide away from predators. Fascinating creature, and it'll give you a boost to your Hidden Gems cards. Hidden Gems is a collection that's got lots of cards in it because we've been doing the birthstones, but they're not quite as they don't quite gel as much. Although we've got cards coming out in the future that we want to make them gel a bit more. Look out for Tanzanite. That's coming soon, and it will also reduce the energy cost of your bugs cards. It itself is a bugs card, so you should really consider playing this in a deck with itself. And then a bit later on, we'll have more avatars. A couple of new avatar packs. This time it's Paleo getting the avatar treatment. We've got a kind of plesiosaurus looking guy there, and then this Dapper Dodo dude, Triple D. And generally speaking, any animal wearing clothes is usually quite a lot of fun. If the animal consents to wearing the clothes, if it's humans that have kind of forced the clothes on the human, that's not so good. But this guy looks like he was involved in the decision to put on a top hat, so I'm pleased for him. And more power to him. Avatar packs coming out soon. Sunday, something a little bit different on a Sunday. So we'll have I think it's a Roman Empire pack on that day as well, like a rotation pack. But we're also going to have a new kind of pack format, which you will have seen if you saw the calendars that came out on Twitter. It's the Triple Threat pack, brand new type of pack. We're not going to do this every week. It's just something we're doing for this Sunday. We might bring it out kind of sporadically. It's just something we're trying. It's 50 gems, and you get 3 limited cards completely at random from any collection. So it could be from a basic collection that has limited cards in it. It could be from a pure limited collection. It could be any rarity. So it could be all. You could be very lucky and get 3 limited legendaries. Quite unlikely, but you never know. It's got that kind of fairground paint spinny thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where you put the paint in the thing on the paper and it spins it round and it does an effect like that. I'm filibustering because I don't know what I'm talking about next. Göbekli Tepe. It's a new card joining Wonders of Construction. It's a site in Turkey, and it's kind of an archaeological site. It's a bit of a brain scratcher for archaeologists because it appears to be a temple, and it's got all the sort of the trappings of a temple and worship. However, the artifacts within date back to about 12,000 years ago, which means that they predate things like architecture and writing, and we're supposed to have been like Neanderthal hunter-gatherers at that time. So for there to have been a temple at that time indicates that the religion was very, very important to the Neanderthals. It's a buff for Wonders of Construction, which is a collection that gets a lot of support and has a little bit more support coming in the future. And it will also give support to Mammals, which is a collection that we've got lots of cards in, but has never actually had a buffer for Mammals itself. So hopefully we start seeing a few more mammal synergies and a bit more mammal play. Göbekli Tepe, didn't have to practice the pronunciation on that one too much. It's pretty good. Last thing I want to talk about are the league rules for next week, and the league rules are going to be like that. So arts and culture is going to be your big collection this week. You're going to get 60 power on the arts and culture arena. History is going to give you 45 extra power. Life on land will give you 40 extra power. Space will give you 25 extra power. Ingenious inventions is the featured collection. So that's going to be giving you 20 power, and oceans and seas will get 20 power as well. We're guaranteeing the top 3, so you'll always get an arts and culture, you'll always get a history, you'll always get a life on land. Your starting energy is 15, your energy per turn is 15, your minimum energy per turn is 0, so that means that there is room for drain in there, so I would pack some cards that would increase your energy per turn, because you have quite a high max energy, so you can build up. What was I going to do next? Does anyone have any questions? Shinigami Kenji asks, buff Mega Math when? Are we going to buff Mega Math? Watch this space. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't, but keep watching. Wunderbar, have you ever thought about introducing custom card backs during games to give cards more identity? We have thought about card backs. There we go. Odiemed asks, how is Duncan doing? Duncan is doing a lot better, thank you. He's got he had the dreaded COVID-19. But he's feeling better now. He's working still, but he's not quite up to being on stream. So yeah, thanks very much for asking that one. Last Protect asks, ever thought of a collection like Crazy Chemistry with molecules like benzene? Yeah, it's something we've thought about before. Depicting chemistry like that can be quite difficult, but I'm not an artist, so I'm sure someone with a more artistic bend can think of a better way to do that on cards. Manny asks, has Avid expressed interest in the Google Play Points program, and if not, is something they would consider? I personally don't have much familiarity with the Google Play Points system. I do know about Google Play Rewards, and you can answer questions and give away bits of your data to Google in order for a little bit of credit. Google may know exactly where I am at every moment, but I got to watch Ghostbusters 2019 for 99p, so 2016 rather. The Wall asks, nerf Testudo formation? Maybe. There's no plans to at the moment. It is a powerful card, but it is kept in check by other things. Seven Nash asks, any plans for history in the near future? There's a lot of world history out there. There is a lot of world history. We've got new history collections in the pipeline as well. So watch this space. But yeah, we are going to struggle to run out of history content. As long as time continues to move, we will keep having history content. So yeah. Dan, any new mythics about to come? I did design a mythic card yesterday. Keep an eye out for that in the future. Sorry, I'm going to butcher this name. Geese 48. Do you plan to make new game modes like 2 versus 2? I think 2 versus 2 is a major change to the game. We've got, our game is, from a UI perspective, designed for 1v1. We'd have to think very, very hard about how we did it. Toby is right there. Card balancing is also a nightmare for 2v2 because abilities will be radically different. But I wouldn't say it's likely in the short to medium to even long term. We'll see. We don't know. Will Pika get a buff? Asks God is good 123. We're not planning to at the moment. But we. Never say never. I'm going to take one more question and then I've got to go because, not because I don't want to be here, but because I've got to go and pick my wife up from work. More ancient Greece, feudal Japan stuff, asks Lictar23. I don't know. I think certainly ancient Greece hasn't got anything in the short term, although we always want to expand our collections. Feudal Japan, watch this space. That's all from me. Thanks everyone for watching. Sorry it's been a bit more disjointed and a little bit more like that for the whole video. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for bearing with me. Keep it Q. I'm going to go and take some breaths now. Bye bye.